All right, so for a within subjects design, it's going to work a little differently if you've watched any of the other videos. So let's say that we have three conditions. We have song 1, song 2, and song 3, and then they're going to answer a self-esteem questionnaire. So for this, you would have a block for your first condition, and then you'd need to add your questions. So maybe it's going to be, for this example, you did text graphic and you would say, listen to this song. And again, I have a video that will walk through how to add songs later, but you could go ahead and put that there. And then you would need to also do your questions about self-esteem after that. So we would do self-esteem, I'll just say SE1. You would put in your questions for that one. Remember, you need to have at least 5. You would do SE2. Add a new question for multiple choice and do your self-esteem 3 question. And then you would need to do that for each of the conditions. So you'd need to have your dependent variable, which in this case, I used the self-esteem example. You would need to do that as well. Now, if you have a really long block, you could always just make a copy of this. So you could say copy and it'll create a new one. And that way you don't have to repeat the questions. You don't have to put in the self-esteem questions twice. So actually, I'm going to do that. I'll go ahead and delete these old ones. So I'm going to say delete. And I'll go through and delete this one. There we go. So I'm just going to make a copy. So I've got my condition 1. I will copy. And we're going to call this condition 2. On 2. Copy. And then you'll see here's condition 1, song 1, and it made a copy of it for song 2. So then that way you don't have to redo all of your self-esteem questions. So just with those 2 as an example, you could have more than this, but just to show you how this works in survey flow, you're going to click on survey flow and you're going to say, okay, I need to add a break right here because I have condition 1 and condition 2. I'm going to say, I want to add below. I'm going to add a randomizer. And I want to move condition 1 up. And again, you just click on the move, click, and then drag and drop. And I want it to randomly present 2 of them. So it's going to randomize the order that they're received in. So then that way you can go ahead and compare those 2 blocks against each other. So then I am going to delete this one for this example. I had this in for a different type of study, but now all you would need to do is go in and add your debrief. So I'm going to apply this. And then you would add your debrief. And if you needed to do a manipulation check, you would include that as well. So that is the basic layout for how you can randomly assign the order of conditions.